So lads, Caitlin Clark's last Instagram post has fans basically not only feeling for her, but kind of expecting Caitlin to probably be playing a little bit of basketball in the offseason. Again, apologies lads for the lower voice. This is Mick ASMR's hoops at this stage, but it's this video and then I have a video talking about Angel Reese, and then we got a couple other videos that I recorded earlier that I will be uploading. Normally it's quite late here and I can't be too loud. Hopefully it will be better after today. I'm away and I'm moving apartments after tomorrow, going to a different country. So moving, and hopefully it'll be a little bit better, because if that's the case, it'll be good. I'm not going to be live tonight for the Fever game, but I will be doing a breakdown. It will be another Whisper Talk video. But if you guys could, please subscribe. We are trying to stay above 57k. We're trying so hard. Have we gone below it in a day? We've not gone below it in a day, technically. We are trying to hover above 57k. We keep going above and below it. But yeah, so this is Caitlin Clark's latest Instagram story. So Caitlin Clark posts, "I missed this so bad." And it's her obviously playing. Can't remember what this game was. Was this the Sky game at the start of the year? I think it might have been. I can't remember when she wore those silver PEs. Maybe it was could it have been the New York game on the return? I can't remember. I cannot remember. She might have wore her PEs on the Sky game, but a lot of people are saying this, and it's something I believe, like, she's sharing this. Someone responded here, she's playing basketball somewhere in the off season. If you think she's going to wait 8 months to play basketball again, you don't know who she is at all. It's not only waiting 8 months. There are a bunch of things. You are waiting 8 months. There is a risk the WNBA season is going to either not happen or be delayed. So it could be a year. It could be a year and 8 months. And also, you can't take into account that she was not healthy at all this season, and this whole season was fighting back from an injury that she suffered in preseason, trying to come back from another injury. She was not healthy for 1 minute. If Caitlin Clark does not play off-season basketball, she has not played a healthy game of basketball for 20 months. She will have not played a healthy game of ball for 20 months. And if you know anything, like any sports person, it's not even just Caitlin Clark, no sports person is going to, like, you don't get to the level that Caitlin Clark gets to without loving the game. And nobody who loves the game is going to want to sit out and not play it competitively for 20 months. And by the way, like, I think in its current format, Unrivaled might be the least likely, if it stays 3-on-3, for her to play. No crowds, no, like, nothing major. I still think, I wouldn't be that surprised if her agent is, like, trying to set up some sort of a deal, or if she's got Maverick Carter in her ear. I still think the Caitlin Clark Tour, the Caitlin Clark World Tour, might be the best option, as in, she plays 5v5, she brings a team of 12 WNBA players, and they do 2 3-week tours, which means they might get in 3 weeks, 21 days. They play 6 games. They play a game every 3 days, in different cities around Europe, and then they take a break, then they do a tour of Australia and China. They play against all the top EuroLeague teams. They play against all the top teams in the NBL and all the top teams in the WCBA, and it ends up making a fortune. But she then gets to play in full house arenas. Like, Caitlin Clark would sell out, let's just say she'd sell out Copper Box Arena in London, which is I think 7,000 easily. Maybe not in London. Maybe she wouldn't sell out the O2. And there's no real team in London, because the London Lions, when they had Temi, Holly Winterburn, Carly Samuelson, Meg Gustafson, that team's kind of doesn't really exist anymore. But let's say they play against a team in England in the Copper Box, beat them by 50. Then they go to Paris, or they go to France, in Lyon, to play Asvel. They play in the men's sports arena. They play Asvel. Heck, maybe you can play Asvel in Paris. So she comes up against maybe Justasia Site this year. They go to Turkey. They play against Fenerbahce. They play against Mersin, against the top teams. They would sell out massive stadiums. You could sell out massive stadiums in 6 different countries in Europe. And then it would be the same in Australia. They could just host the games in big stadiums. In China, they could do the same. She would sell out. She would absolutely sell out. That is the ideal situation. I just don't know if that's possible to run on such short notice. I do not know if that's possible to run something like that on short notice. I don't think she plays in Europe because that is too much of a commitment. She'd be too, like Connor is still coaching in Baylor and Butler. I think it's too much of a commitment for her to play in Europe. And the only way that can happen is if, I don't know, let's just say hypothetically, because of the way the leagues are, she would have to only play in Turkey or Italy because of the prioritization rules. Maybe there's a team in Italy that would offer, like maybe she go to Fenerbahce and um, they offered Connor a assistant coach job with their EuroLeague team, but that's unlikely. They've sorted out their Americans. All the top teams in Europe have sorted their Americans, but they would fire their American to sign Caitlin Clark. But that's the least likely scenario. For me, I think Athletes Unlimited, like, as much as I want to say she wouldn't play, it's 5v5. The problem is that, look, as much as people want to say, oh yeah, you know, some of these players don't like Caitlin Clark, like, or Caitlin Clark doesn't like these players, which is fine. Like, Caitlin Clark does not dislike Stewie or Fee. There's no dislike there between her and the two co-owners of this league. But Cheryl Swoops is heavily, heavily involved. Cindy Brunson is heavily involved. Cindy Brunson, this time last year, it was the first week of September, a few days ago, a year ago, went on a Twitter space and demanded that the Indiana Fever apologize for Caitlin Clark. That they issued a public apology because they employ Caitlin Clark. So there's a near 0% chance I think she plays in Athletes Unlimited, purely just because whatever about the players in the riot, whatever about some of these people, what's Cindy Brunson and Swoops, especially Cindy Brunson, like whatever about Swoops, she just quadrupled down on a lie. She quadrupled down the lie and got defensive. Cindy Brunson, like, she was well and truly like crossed the line when it came to talking about Caitlin. But yeah, I think it's very likely that she plays off-season ball. I think it's extremely, extremely likely she plays off-season ball. Let's see what people are saying. Seeing this after coming out of my training session, which I've hurt my groin, has been fun. Like, there's no way that Caitlin Clark is not extremely close to being 100%. Like, you don't start ramping up until you've healed. She started the ramp up process a month ago. A month ago, she started the ramp up process. So she fully healed from whatever it was a month ago. So there's no way, even if the Fever weren't letting her back, there's no way that she's not close. And if you're close after not playing for months and months and months, realistically, not playing for a year, properly for a year, when you're close to being back to 100%, I just don't see her not playing the off season. So anyway, that's the video. I'll see you guys.